Hello everyone, welcome to episode 4 of Coffee Talk. I'm enjoying this game way more than I expected to. This is the first time I'm playing a visual novel style game, and I wasn't sure if I would enjoy something with just dialogue because I don't really talk that much, and something with just dialogue I wasn't sure, but this has been so much fun so far. I'm loving it. Anyway, today's paper is here. Werewolf representatives push the ministry for more accessible sedative. Doctor from Salach Town arrested for experimenting with child cloning. Ugh. Military personnel stationed along East Coast to prevent immigrants flooding in from the Atlantic. Uh-huh. Are you sure that would be okay? Yes. I mean, it would be really hard to pull off, but it's something that'll make the story different. Different isn't always good. It's a new concept, but you need to handle it carefully and gracefully. I know. What is this? Oh, Gala is here. We are getting everyone. Ah, there's more information. Gala, birthday 13th September. Aren't we in September? Friends only, close friends only. So I guess we need to befriend him for us to unlock their profile. 1st June, born and raised in Seattle, a lactose intolerant cop. Movies, Police University Cop Story, Robert Cop? You mean RoboCop? I guess it's a dad joke thing where they misspell things. What I'm doing with my life. Father of 3 beautiful girls. Okay, let's attend to our customers first. Hey Gala. Good evening everyone. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? It looked like you were having an intense discussion. That's nothing. Barista was just giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm reading. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I am just planning to sit and relax. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, you're the one that needs something with ginger, right? I need to interrupt Barista for a moment. Sure, how can I help you? Can I have a cup of... you remember my remedy? Of course. Do you want to give it a try again? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely a different ingredient from either of those. Okay. Remember... What? I did tea ginger. I didn't like it. So let's do tea ginger and... We got mint, and there is not a single recipe with mint. I wonder why. Let's see if that is the remedy. Is this it? How's it? Nope. What do you mean? It doesn't even follow your guidelines. It has tea and ginger. Did I put something else instead of ginger? Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean for you. Oh, come on, I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate his thoughts nicely though. He might not look like it, but he's a very kind person, you know? He doesn't show it, that's for sure. You should really stop talking about people behind their backs. That applies to you as well, yeah. Oh, come on. You're nosy, you're in everyone's business. You're judgmental. Oh, this guy's here again. Baileys. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Baileys. Heya. How are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Barista was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. They laugh weird like most of the characters. What's the problem with the story? The story is non-linear and quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which page to turn to, each decision you'll make will give you a score. What? That score will determine which page you should go to. We're not making any decisions, are we? Nope. That sounds more like a video game than a book. I know it's not that original. But my target here is the mainstream audience. Gala's phone is ringing. He isn't even bothered by it. Okay, he picked up. Huh? With the help of my publisher, this kind of book may go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. Netstream? Haha. Funny. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. I mean, yeah, Netflix has a lot of crap that reaches mainstream market because of pretty faces. That sounds interesting and highly ambitious, Freya. But that's not what should be aiming for, Freya. At least it's simpler than my other ideas, which is making the novel not in the form of book, but in the form of story cards. What? I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world. And that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait until I've finished it, okay? Alright. As Barista said though, I won't have the time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's now make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? We'll have to wait for it. Don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. I do know how to make it. Let's check the recipe so we don't screw up. We apparently already screwed up one drink. Coffee ginger milk. Did I put something wrong in his coffee? Did I put tea instead? Did I put something else instead of tea? I don't understand how I screwed up his coffee. Wait. Is this right? Did I screw up again? Coffee ginger milk. Didn't screw up yet. It's warm, it's bitter. This is the guy that wanted our art. Here. Damn, this is good. With this kind of drink-making skill, I wonder why your place isn't any bigger. What we have here now is more than enough for me. Hehehe. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how are you doing, Baileys? Still busy with your last line? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in I've finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure. It's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course. But I convinced her. By using some design term she doesn't understand. Smart. So you finished your job by bullshitting her. Ha ha ha. The finest bullshit, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. Taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like you and Lua? You really need to shut up, Freya. Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet? If you don't mind me asking. I don't mind. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know? Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh, spicy. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's oh my god. Wait, what? Oh, you're not going after your best friend's girlfriend. Sorry. Best friend's girlfriend's friend. That's fine. Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend. He was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following. And the girl has a friend. The friend is the one I'm after. Ooh, okay. Got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of a girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into details, but the succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Huh? Is that Lua? That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh. Lua was my friend's girl. Ah, you did end up with your friend's girlfriend. That's... ew. That's not cool. Holy moly. This is getting spicier. The other girl's name was... let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac? What? I knew Lua... you mean is grateful? Okay, I don't understand that sentence structure quite, but I knew Lua thanks to her... oh! You should use a comma. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. Jesus Christ. Use a comma. That's a fake name you made up, right? Yes. Now, will you let me continue without interruptions? Okay, okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much. But I kept on bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. So Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived with Cognac back in college. I'd been out and I got back just as Lua arrived. A total coincidence. We went to our place together and witnessed something surprising. What? Cognac was sleeping with Rose. Ugh. Holy mother of holy. I saw the look on Lua's face. The disbelief, anger, sadness. And without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. For what? You what? I got into a fight with him. Oh, I haven't told you. Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He's pretty good. Oh my. Yeah, I landed that one punch. And he beat me to a pulp. Well, sometimes, even if you can only get one punch, you should punch people like that. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she begged Cognac. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up so easily. I was beaten pretty bad. So Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. And I don't even remember the exact date. I guess the context makes it okay. She already got cheated on. Actually, both of them got cheated on. He cheated on the girlfriend with the girl the friend was after. That's pretty low. But suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. Yeah, It can be made into a movie. It has enough drama. Have you seen her by any chance? Yeah, Lua came by a few days ago. How was she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument though. With whom? There was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was the type of a girl to go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What? What were they arguing about? Well, you. We were talking about your relationship. Lua told us the reason behind the fight. About your family stuff. And then this guy Hyde joined the discussion. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting family approval. Considering, you know. What? You're willing to leave your own family. I guess your personal matter is everybody's business here now, so... Being a very private person, that makes me so uncomfortable, but let's go with it. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or I should say most L1 families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there are certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. We must never ever make our family look bad. You can only befriend certain people, you must dress a certain way, you can only have certain jobs that are deemed worthy and successful, like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO, you know? Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something else would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. I mean, Da Vinci didn't start being Da Vinci. He didn't even get any fame like while he was alive. So when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy. Screamed like they went on fire. They were on fire. They told me that I'd never be rich or successful. All that because you chose an art degree? You wanna know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Oh boy. Looks like you're better off going no contact with parents like that. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. I mean, it's very relevant problems. Even though they made like elves and all that, it's very clearly synonymous to the racial problems we have now. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. That's so not cool. I don't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Tell me about it. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, you know. I would happily leave them for the both of us. What about her? What about her and her family? Good point, Gala. You may be happy to leave your family. However, it may not be the same for her. Yeah, she loves her family. Gala, do you have something to say? Perhaps you could give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I mean, apparently we are in everybody's business, so it's okay. I couldn't help overhearing your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not an elf, correct? Yeah, she is a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We'll put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack, but we won't abandon our family for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, wouldn't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? There's no reasoning with stupid people. No matter what you say, they will argue something. I never thought of it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. And if you leave your family for her, that will put her in a difficult spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. It's not from your perspective. Of course, she'll feel bad about it. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say that now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day circumstances might change. One day one of you might regret your decisions. One day you might use the I left my family for you card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. Maintaining it won't be easy, it'll be hard work. Because life is full of storms. That's a neat analogy. Storms on fire. In marriage, it will not survive on love alone. Yes, that is completely true. Whoa, that's deep. Freya is a little bit dramatic with her expressions. It's not that deep, Freya, chill. We'll have each other and that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf, why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality is an elven privilege, but you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their entire life savings for an $8 pill. Because in this country they charge $20,000 for it. That's true. The sad state of our health care industry. For a country that calls itself developed, it's really a mess, the healthcare industry. Such a monumental mess at that. Baileys. And if you decide to have children, they won't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There are consequences. Should not be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyways, I've got to go. I apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I got to go too. Want to head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drink, barista. And Freya. I'm sorry I didn't make the drink you wanted. I don't know what I messed up. I'll try harder next time. Bye. Bye-bye. I think when Gala came in first, we didn't have mint yet, so maybe my thinking was off. When he came first, we only had ginger and sugar, I mean honey. So maybe that's what we should do. Let's check out the profiles now. After all that talk, we still didn't have enough lure. 2nd October. Can we give them a birthday present or something? Okay, what's that language? I don't know. August. Freelance designer, museum and art gallery frequenter, art school graduate. Well, punk, been listening to Pumpkin Spice. Game programmer, working on Full Metal Complex series. Oh yeah, forgot about her. Aqua, the mermaid from Atlantis, and a friendly introvert tea lover. Oh, that is Rachel's chat. 29 January. Journalist and short story writer, you can read my surreal and weird short stories of the Evening Whispers. Idealize and aspire to be someone like Gail Naiman or Maruki Haruhami. I don't know both of them. Whoops. Coffee, coffee, coffee. In case you didn't get it the first time, I'm a big fan of working because the best way to learn how to write better, talk to people who have experience more than you. Get paid for learning things. Okay. Why do I need to click on it? For the name. Warm and calming darkness. Blacker than a moonless night. Hotter and more bitter than hell itself. Okay, apparently I need to click on everything. The anxious boy in his love stories on public transport. Okay, I'm not gonna... Aremi Gendro. Cafe Leisure. You mean... Jeremy Andrew? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that wasn't on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you going to write that in your book? It's a secret. Of course you're going to write it. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? Very easy. Not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea. Okay. Spanish Sahara. Warm and cozy, just like a day in Barcelona. Is that churros and dark chocolate? I think it is. Yum. September 29, 2020. Where's my newspaper at? I wanna see the barista too. I wanna have a coffee too. Coachella 2020. 10 reasons why you should go. Sports tournaments in space might be only a few decades away. Ugh. Who vows to stop major hospitals selling Fury sedative illegally? Who is a person? He really never changed, I know. But it was surprisingly nice, catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Hey barista, I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment. Yes. You know what? Try adding milk to the ingredients you already have. Alright. You know what to do. Okay, I guess we're too stupid to figure out, so... He gave us the recipe himself. It's not sugar, it's milk. It's basically a chai without sugar. Tea, milk, and ginger. Tastes just like I asked. Too bad it's not it. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Oh god. I should have put honey like I thought. It Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. I couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounds like you two go way back. Well, we do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Ugh, those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I know kung fu. Besides, I'd had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple? Really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of the whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive. So I hailed a cab. Turns out he was also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning. Ha ha ha. Thanks for not leaving me on the street, Gala. Those dwarves would have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the mafia. And I might have lost some of their money on the stock market. Okay, a lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted me to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck, the universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning I offered him a job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me the night before. Hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke. Breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was the late 60s, mind you. So, is everybody immortal here? Werewolves? Vampires? Werewolves shouldn't be immortal. Maybe they have a long life. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Ah, I see. So how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working in the hospital, Gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed Hyde. I'd prefer it if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with, let's just say, something from my past. Thanks to that help, I find a new purpose in life, helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy for a veteran werewolf to become a nurse or a doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. Are you two into each other or something? I know. Anyway, barista, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? I can try. Tea is cool. Okay. Ginger is warm. What is cool though? Mint is cool. Okay. Guess let's try this on him. Exactly what I wanted. Yay. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. It's missing Freya, maybe. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Maybe it's her. Hey, speak out the devil. Yeah, it is her. Hello, good people. And one vampire. Hehehe. It's good to see you too. Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work? Oh, how could you tell? Call it werewolf census. Right. I showed Verista my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff, and I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. It's good to hear, but please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to get carried away by work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital adminning life going? It's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talk about, but mostly I handle operational stuff. Things like how much a specialist costs and how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families. If they require intensive care such as operation, I go through that, what we would do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like BizDev for people's lives then. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for my job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it from a business perspective. Good point. Why do people rarely talk about your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it. Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's not an easy job to talk about with other people. It's the patient's personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep hold of that mindset, especially in front of this lady here. You. He needs to be a bit less loyal though. Hide. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa, I did not know that. Wait. 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy. Ask for a promotion, man. They keep offering me new positions. Mostly managerial. Take it. Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I have told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises while I'm doing this job. I really can't figure you out. It's not that hard to figure out. I have personally turned down a managerial position because that's not what I wanted to do in my last job. You do what you want to do. Money isn't everything. That's gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice chatting up with both of you. Are you going to stay high? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks then. I guess. Yep. Safe trip. See you around Barista. And you, Freya. See ya. Take care on your way. Are you gonna jump next to Hyde, Freya? You know, it's kind of hard to believe. Someone like Gala could be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So how did you guys meet? Seriously, I have to retell the story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Ah, alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar. Don't tell her, she'll put it in a book. Whoa. I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make that jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Stop poking your nose in everything, Freya. Are you trying to squeeze the story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya? Come on. I won't get into details, but going to war, it messes with your head. Oh. See why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength. So he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Of course not. But it was the only thing he could do. Or at least, it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for his muscle. I didn't know about all that at that time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard. And we weren't that close yet. So no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then I got to be interested in him. Interested? I think he's a cool person. That's all. And after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. No surprises there. But I kind of pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me. And not so long after that, he started working at the hospital. And he's been... Oh god, this weird dude is back again. Good evening, everyone. Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are so glad to see you, Barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil. We are all friends. Trophy. Neil? Yes. Neil. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthlings' efforts in intergalactic. Okay, I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you left the coffee shop a few days ago. So hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. Come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah. Oh, you're not from around here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away, you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all your kind dress like this? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw. You saw an astronaut, and you thought that's how we dressed when we first arrived. Image? Ah, the Arami Gendru album. Oh my god. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we're doing, this place is really the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual? That is how you say it, yes? Yes. So, anything? Yes. We won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste anything. Yes. What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something? Interesting premise. But we doubt you'll be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. How about we make him an espresso? It's really bitter. He should be able to taste something. No. Does it say anything about taste? Where did the descriptions go? I thought everything has a warm and calming darkness. It sounds like space. Espresso or dark chocolate? I feel like I should make him one of those. What did I do? Let's make him an espresso. He still doesn't feel anything. We could give him a dark chocolate. What are you doing? Drinking. That's how they drink. Oh boy. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. But you can't be sure with Freya. That definitely was the highest form of compliment. What are you, Neil? Us? We are travelers, doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? You're tasked with a mission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date. All the way from a galaxy far, far away. Wow. Turns out pearls exist everywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand. But we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We're sorry, but that is classified information. Oh man. Oh, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are. Not many women can handle that. Could you handle them though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further. If it got you a good story. Ha ha ha. Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong though. I'd go on a date with them. But I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does it mean you're willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories. But I'll only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard of those terms before. Let us check them once again. Huh? This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why with such rules do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, We don't have enough control of ourselves, and those in charge also don't have enough control of us. Not to mention, some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there are rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that was what we gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that should be the case, but Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today, but we have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time, you start by dating. Boyfriends or girlfriends, you know? Before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend? You could start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I'm single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? No. The path to starting to date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process on Earth is surely extremely complicated. Can be easier if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone good at communicating with others. That could be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still in a totally different league. Most women prefer it if their male partners wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have an offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. So we talked about using condoms, but how do your kind have sex? Like seeing how you drink? A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you the details unless we agree to do the mating ritual. I don't want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you do not need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Especially the mental part. We did our research and we tried it on the testing object we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on the Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. Are you gonna take your stupid helmet off? We have to report our findings to the base. How will you proceed with your mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is yet to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. How was the espresso? Did you taste anything? You didn't even comment about it. We're off now. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but their date never came. And then they mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer orc? Wow, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivety. I guess so. By the way, the young woman been back since I spoke with her last time. You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago. And Freya was being pretty nosy, to the point that Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation. Unless it really piques his interest. Or it annoys him. I don't know how to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow. So I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. We will miss you, or I'll miss you. I like Hype. He's cool. Oh well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get going as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You really don't care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care on your way, folks. Okay, I guess that's it for this episode. Let's continue on the next one. Please do subscribe if you're liking it. Bye.